Right, I just had to pop into the shop, so I pulled over and can have a quick chat. I'm only halfway to central London. Takes a while. Takes an hour, 1.5 hours to get from my house to central London. That's how far I am out on the outskirts of central London. On the outskirts, sorry, London. So yeah, anyway, so Palantir, I've been going over it the last few days. Obviously I've looked into it before, but not a deep dive into it. I'm starting to do a deep dive into Palantir. So something that the military are using for such precision, and using these computer AI systems, obviously nothing that we've seen, something that is, you know, huge. It's not like what we use on our phone. Of course it ain't. And this is serious computer algorithms that are being used. Yeah, that are being used. So for the military to really trust this, you know, can Palantir be hacked? Yes, I've already put a video out on that, you know, just a Google search about Palantir, because it's an algorithm data that's working through computer systems, so it's gonna definitely be able to be hacked, and it probably already has. And I've heard through the grapevine that it has anyway, you know. One sec. Not into that shit? Well, I am, but not. Right, but you know that story by now. So if Palantir, the new god, we now have a digital god, people. Palantir, a digital god that they've put their whole trust in, even though it's been hacked. And there will be more future on hacking for it. You know, we've had bank systems and stuff like this, and they've been hacked. People's money have been stolen out of the banks. Was that real? Do you reckon that was real? Was the money really being stolen out of the banks years ago? Or do you reckon the banks were stealing the money and sort of fronting it? Kind of a ruse. But who knows? I didn't tell you this, obviously. It's just a secret, obviously. But do you really trust these people? I certainly don't. So yeah, you know, a computer system that the military... So Palantir using a computer system. So like I said, you know, the banks got hacked, a few years ago. It's been happening a few times. NatWest, Barclays, the troublemakers, eh? Barclays, always getting red washed in the city of London. Barclays. They want all your money. Let's not go off topic. So Palantir have this god, this digital AI god, that's going to take control of all of us now. So they think it's funny because I said we have now got a false ether. They've built a false ether with these radio towers, and they've put a god strat in the middle of it called Palantir. So we have a god. Where's the angels? Where's the angels? We have a false ether, we have a god, a new god, a new ether, a new god. What else is on the horizon for us, eh? And it's all manipulating our brain. Are you a candidate? Are you being used as a candidate? Well, phone this number, 077 543. So if Palantir have trusted this new digital AI algorithm god, and they've put it in charge of military for pinpointing something to attack it. Yeah, to attack it. So they pinpoint something and attack it. The military have used Palantir, this new digital god, and they're going to spread it out, and they're using it as a pinpointed system for a military system. So talking about drones and things like that as well. But everything's exactly the same as what it was before, like what the CIA have been running, like your phones and digital IDs and all this stuff, digital data, collection of data. It's all the same, it's just a lot more intelligent. It's a lot more precise. This is Palantir, the new god. That's why they call it the new god, because it's precise. Even though it can be hacked. Even though it has been hacked, hasn't it? So if they can use a military system on other countries, not that I believe in war, because I've got to whisper this one, because I don't believe in war. I really don't. No. It's all rouge. If you check out the media at the time of what's been going on, and then ring, say, somebody that lives in that area in another country where there's so-called war, they will tell you there's no war over there, it's just a media manipulation. But I never told you that. They used to use green screens years ago when the cameras would look far out at war. In the background, far out, they would use green screens. Yeah, they did. They did. They probably still use them in certain places. Only in certain places. You may find green screens. So if they're using this new AI god, algorithm AI god, Palantir as the new god, this new god, it's just kind of blasphemy. Keep saying that Palantir is God. That's kind of blasphemy, and I do believe in God. But how many times am I going to say it? Palantir. But if they can, the CIA, like I said, have been using this stuff for a long, long time. It's just now it's a lot more precise. It's so precise, even though it can be hacked. But it's so precise. You know, if you walk into one shop like this, this is called Asda. Now they have these new AI camera systems in here with alarms on them now. So if you was a shoplifter or you've nicked something for whatever reason in the past, then you've already been digital ID'd, only through photo recognition. Whether it's been picked up on your actual ID itself, I don't know. I think maybe that is going to happen when they get them more precise, because I don't think they've finished setting it all up yet anyway, I really don't. So if you go in one shop here, if you go around somewhere like 30 miles away around the other side of the country, and you go into another store the same as this, by the name of Asda, the alarm will go off, because the AI camera will pick you up, the alarm will go off as you swipe the doors. Or you'll go anywhere near that front camera, or outside cameras. This is the new position. Can't even say it. Position, this is the new position, not position, position of how good it is. So if they can do that with the military, they can do this kind of thing, because this is all everywhere. But I'm giving you just an interpretation, an explanation of how the new AI systems are how good they are. So if they can use it on military to pinpoint people and find out exactly where people are and then bomb them, they could do that anywhere. Right, gonna have to move on. There's drilling in the background, as you can hear, so we're gonna move on. But we're gonna carry on talking about Palantir, yeah? Yeah, so just pulled over again. Cycle lane's just over there, just to pull over. Grab myself some McDonald's. Not really, I don't eat that rubbish. I'm not into that stuff, but I'm outside McDonald's here, just by the cycle lane, on the way halfway to central London. Yeah, about half, maybe a bit further. But yeah, I mean, this Palantir, just before, did you hear about, but there's more and more people online now going on about McDonald's, you know, about the meat situation. So all these burgers they make every day, and you know, where's all the cows? Where's all the chickens? Where's all the fish for the fish fillets? Where are all these things, you know? So people are coming wise to that, to be honest with you. Just coming wise to it. You know, my McDonald's around my way, let's say I don't eat that shit, but there's a McDonald's, funeral parlour right next to it, and a crematorium right next to that, so you know, make your own decisions on that. But I already made a video on that stuff, but people are getting wise to it, aren't they? You know. Do you think the elites let their children eat the McDonald's meat? Don't do that, you could be eating one of your relatives there, don't do that. you know. Well, you know, Uncle Fred, in 1969, Uncle Fred was being used at Christmas dinner the year after. Laugh out loud. We found him in the freezer. Jesus Christ. But people are getting wise to that shit now, you know. Right, so Palantir, back to Palantir. You know, so if they're made these systems of a pinpoint accuracy now of a military system. I mean, the CIA have been doing this for years anyway, you know, like everybody knows where you are on your mobile phone, whatever, blah, blah, blah. CIA have been doing that for years and years and years. But now, the only difference now is exactly the same, but the only difference is now it's a lot more precise. A lot more precise. You know, what the CIA must have used at one time was good at that time. You know, technology's grown and things are a lot more different now. It's all more, a hell of a lot more precise. So they can set off a, well, they do, it's what they're doing now. But you know, to be fair, I've already said about war, I don't believe in war. They use green screens and shit like that, you know. But so an accuracy of precision and accuracy of sending, say, a missile from one place to another in, say, a war zone, I don't believe in war. In a war zone, they have the, you know, pinpoint accuracy of sending that missile somewhere and having pinpoint accuracy for that. But say, it's been done for years anyway. But this is the Palantir, this is a new digital system. It's completely different. It's a lot, I should talk slower, shouldn't I? It's a lot more positioned and precise, you know. So if they can find someone all around the world, anywhere around the world rather, and they can send a missile, or obviously the new tech for that is going to be drones anyway, you know, drones. Taking people out, taking out people's mothers with drones. Sorry, I mean taking out people with drones, you know. That's going to be the pinpoint accuracy of the new technology. So let's just say, like, in a way, say the police force, they're getting lesser and lesser. I mean, there's still a hell of a lot of them, because there has to be. But as technology and drones and stuff like that still comes up to scratch, then the police, the physical police force, you know, people will sort of come away, be gone. They'll lose their jobs too. Because everything will be done on a new robot digital ID system. Not ID, but, you know, robot system. So for the future, using a robot or some sort of new tech, you know, they have to go and find somebody like the Minority Report. But they've been doing this for years. But they have a system now, an AI algorithm system, a new God system of digital system, that will find these people a lot faster. So like I say, you can walk past, you can walk into a McDonald's in one place, say here, and the cameras picked you up for a crime, or you've done a crime inside, and the AI cameras pinpointed you. And that's picked you to every McDonald's all around the world. But it wouldn't be just, I don't think it would be just, no, I won't say that, let's not say that. But that will be the pinpoint, you know, the pinpoint positioning of finding people. So as soon as they found, well, yeah, we found him, he's in London. Okay, well, we also found him here, here, here and here. We've already got his trail anyway. Do we know where he's going next? Well, that's a Minority Report thing where we're trying to read the minds and stuff like that. Start messing around with consciousness and things like this, you know, to see if we can read people's minds. Can they do it? Yeah, they can, probably in a lab, in a studio, whatever. But to do it from here to the other side of the world on a digital system could be done differently. I think this is all part of the Palantir. So if we look at finding people, they want to find people, this is what they're going to do. They're going to use this precise AI system to do that. Palantir, the new God. Do you remember what they used to talk about years ago? Well, I mean, if you go back to the COVID, are we allowed to say that word anymore? I'm not too sure. But if you go back to the COVID around 2020, 2021, everybody got banged up. They're putting up the 5G, so they banged everybody up, put everybody behind their own house. No one was allowed to leave. Allegedly, not even the superstars or the, the super people, the film stars, the hip hop stars. Apparently that they weren't allowed to leave either, but I reckon they were allowed to leave, they just had to play the game. Remember, it's all for the audience. We're the audience. Everything you see on TV, MTV is just something that's been put there for us. They've got their own fucking lives. They've got their own lives, and it's not in the media. It's not in the limelight. They go behind their own door. Did you see the other day what happened to, was it a couple of days ago? Justin Timberlake been arrested for his second time on a drunk charge, a DUI. They humiliated him when he got pulled over again for drink driving erratically. So they pulled him over, took him to the police station. There's someone coughing over there. Took Justin Timberlake to the police station. Nobody recognised him, but it was for me. I think it was just a humiliation ritual to get him in, film him the whole time, even when he was at the police station. I think the only thing they left out was doing his fingerprints and that, you know. But he looked rough as fuck. He still looked drunk. Was he acting? I don't know. He didn't look like he was acting. He was all red in the face. You could clearly see that from alcohol abuse. You could see that clearly. But what is it? It's just a humiliation ritual. A humiliation ritual. These people are just normal people. Who else did we have? We had somebody else running around the last couple of weeks. Well, a month ago, 6 weeks ago it started. You know, Shia LaBeouf, another one. Another humiliation ritual. The guy was drunk. See, look, I don't think he was drunk. I don't think Shia LaBeouf was drunk at all, no. It's just something, I have to throw out a little bit of propaganda. Just a little bit. So we're running out of things we need to throw out, because we've got to hide the deep stuff. We can't tell anybody about that. So we've got to keep throwing out the propaganda. Was Justin Timberlake really drunk? Was Shia LaBeouf really playing up drunk? I don't know. See, they're very, very... Well, Shia LaBeouf's a very good actor, so he could have been acting. But I don't know that for sure. But they're just normal people, aren't they? So going back to my point again, so if you go back to 2020, 2021, they banged us all up because of the 5G. Banged everybody up. Everybody's banged up, even the superstars. Like your Justin Timberlakes and your Shia LaBeoufs. Shia LaBeoufs? Fire in the booth. Like your Shia LaBeoufs. So, one second. So what did they say back in 2020, 2021? Because they banged us all up, put us all behind our own doors. Scared the living daylights out of all of us. You go outside, you're going to catch a virus. More like we're going to stab you with a needle. Laugh out loud. Heard they were doing that at the concerts, weren't they? They were doing that at the concerts around 2021, 2022. Or when they started releasing people back out into the public from their own homes. People going to concerts and getting loads of people getting stabbed with injections. It's all a tight space, isn't it? You're all stuck in between each other. So, back in 2020, 2021, what were they saying? What were the government saying? We're going to go after the conspiracy theorists. We've had enough of it. We've had enough of all this misinformation, disinformation. We've had enough of it. We're going after the conspiracy theorists. Well, actually, they said we're going after the flat earthers and the mud flooders. But no, in general, it was, we've had enough. The people on the internet are corrupting everybody's brains out there. They're corrupting everybody's. So we're going to go after the conspiracy theorists. Well, that was 4 years ago they were saying that. Everyone just laughed. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you crazy? They've got Palantir now. The new God, the new AI algorithm God, which they didn't have 4 years ago. They've got it now. It's all been set up. It's still being set up. The precision is unbelievable. It's called Palantir, the new God. So now they can go after the fucking conspiracy theorists, can't they? They can go after them no matter where they are. They've got a system now. You going to run? Where are you going to run to? You're going to run to McDonald's? You're going to run to this McDonald's and you're going to run somewhere on the other side of the country? No matter where you go, they've got this new AI system put in place now. They're going to pinpoint you no matter where. There's no running away. They now have the system sorted out now. So you can't run away. You keep running, little boy. You keep running. You keep running. You know, when they made those films about us all running inside a dome, all running inside a cage, do you reckon that could come true? They're running. Go and get them. They can't run anywhere. Well, they can run, but we can catch them because they can't go anywhere. We have a system called Palantir. It's so precise. If we want, we could set a bomb and missile onto you wherever you're running right now. But we're probably going to use a drone for that. But at the end of the day, we've got a system now called Palantir where we can go after the conspiracy theorists, and we're going to go after the conspiracy theorists. You know we're going to come after you conspiracy theorists. So what is it then? It's two things really, isn't it? It's either clean your fucking act up, sort yourself up, because if you're not known by a big name, you're being taken down. We will come after all the conspiracy theorists. Clean your act up, otherwise they come for you. They meant it, people. They were just waiting for Palantir to be set up properly. It's still being set up properly, and then we can go after the conspiracy theorists in the name of Palantir. My name's Electric Johnny Hat. I'll speak to you all soon. We'll talk more on this.
We just had a plane collide with a fire truck in Bronx, New York airport, and this is how it went down.
Water Tower requesting to cross 4 at Delta.
Truck 1 and Company, cross 4 at Delta.
Truck 1 and Company crossing 4 at Delta.
Frontier 4195 to stop there, please. Stop, truck 1, stop. Stop, truck 1, stop. Stop, truck 1, stop. Delta 2603, go around, runway heading 2000. Jet 646. Jet 646, I see you collide with the vehicle there, just hold position, I know you can't move. The vehicles are responding to you now.
Is the runway closed?
Delta 2603, go around, runway heading 2000.
Heading 2000, go around, 2603.
See a tower.
Truck 2, runway 4 is closed, correct?
Yep, go on to runway 4 now. Proceed on runway 4, you have access.
Tower, Cardinal 0, runway 422 is closed at this time.
90, roger.
Runway tower, vehicle 98.
98. Vehicle 98.
Vehicle 98, please show at this time. Runway 422 is closed. I repeat, runway 422 is closed at this time.
Tower, Cardinal 0, LaGuardia Airport is closed at this time.
You're a pedophile protector. A pedophile protector. Pedophile protector. I was a cop for 9 years. You're a pedophile protector. Fact. You're a pedophile protector. Fact. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.